during this trade period, I think David Wall said on radio that, you know, if Rory wants to go to Melbourne, there's more than one club.
Yeah.
Which 100% agree with that. But as an agent, I've actually went through the other 9 clubs and had conversations with clubs that only were looking for a forward ruck. So there isn't 9 other clubs.
Yeah.
There was probably one. And that club wasn't in a position to trade for Rory Lobb. So at the end of the day, Rory made a preference of the Bulldogs, but if there was another club and he had to go, he might have looked at it. But he did have his heart set on the club with Luke. But I do understand what you're saying. But normally a good agent's done all that homework, and there's no, you know, if say for West Coast Fremantle, I think you'll see in the show, if they go that far back at round 10 or 12, I said that Jackson's going to Freo. I think I said, mate, it's the industry knows.
Yes.
That he's going to Freo.
Yes.
There's 2 teams, but he's going to Fremantle because they're closer to win a premiership probably in his eyes, and he might have more teammates down there. And West Coast probably aren't in that position right now with their salary cap, and they want to keep their 4 picks. So to me, it was a no-brainer it was going to Freo. And obviously, as I said, they are coming off. I think their cap restraints come off soon. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, and you can't pick and choose. But sometimes when you've done all the work, there's no other club.
Yeah, so sometimes when it says like player X has nominated this team, like you already know that's the only team available. So they're not necessarily just saying I'm only going to that team, but there's already works in behind the scenes that's going to happen. Yeah, no, I remember, I think I either text Dave or I rang him and said, look, if there's another club that you know about, let us know. Because it gets down to the pointy end, although we were committed to going with the Bulldogs, but you've got to keep everything, you know, at the end of the day, it got done. But I understand, but I knew, like it wasn't 2 clubs going for Rory Lobb. There wasn't a club that hit the media, which they normally do, I will take Rory Lobb. Not one club during the trade period came up and said, we want Rory Lobb beside the Bulldogs.
That's interesting.
See that? And normally, there is another club.
Yes.
The other club, well, if he doesn't get done, and sometimes they're stirring the pot.
Yes.
But you sort of read the media sometimes because they get it right sometimes, and during trade period, they get bloody good mail.